Emily Balcetis, Clearer, Closer, Better, How Successful People See the World. Embark on a journey of visual inspiration and discover how successful people see the world in this summary of Emily Balcetis, Clearer, Closer, Better. Learn how adopting a narrow focus can help you achieve long-term goals more effectively, and how visualizing your goals and course of action can lead to better results. Explore the importance of accountability, the role of attention in decision-making, and how broadening your focus might help you let go of goals that no longer serve you. A well-rounded understanding of these concepts will aid you in making better-informed choices, enhancing your productivity, and honing your ability to read the emotional expressions of others.
Power of Narrow Focus. Joan Benoit Samuelson, the first female Olympic marathon champion, attributes her success to maintaining a narrow focus. Instead of getting overwhelmed by the entire race, she set small, manageable goals by passing one runner at a time. This strategy of narrowing your visual attention can help you reach other long-term goals more effectively. In various experiments, participants who focused on a specific target displayed increased results and efficiency. For instance, when tasked with saving for retirement, people who visualized themselves as retirees planned to save a higher percentage of their salary. Adopting a narrow focus can significantly impact the overall quality and progress towards achieving your goals. The renowned marathoner Joan Benoit Samuelson became the first female Olympic marathon champion in 1984. It wasn't her choice of shoes or her breakfast that paved her path to victory, but her approach to maintaining a narrow focus. Samuelson's strategy was simple: she would target one runner ahead, overtake them, and then target another. With this incremental approach, she accomplished her ultimate goal, Olympic gold. This example demonstrates how narrowing the focus of your visual attention can make your long-term goals more achievable. This concept can be applied to other situations beyond physical exercise, as shown by a study conducted by the author and her research team. They examined gym-goers' perceptions about exercise and found that adjusting how they viewed their surroundings produced significant results. Participants who focused solely on the finish line during an augmented weight gain exercise not only estimated the finish line to be 30% closer but also used 17% less effort and completed the task 23% quicker than those who looked around as usual. Similarly, having a narrow focus can positively impact financial planning, such as retirement savings. In an experiment led by social psychologist Hal Hirschfield, participants were urged to visualize their life as a retiree, with edited photos of their aged selves used as motivation. Remarkably, the individuals who visualized themselves 45 years older planned to set aside 6.2% of their current salary for retirement, while those who only saw images of their present selves allocated a meager 4.4%. In essence, keeping your eyes on the prize is crucial for accomplishing your goals, be it in sports, finance, or any area of life. Embracing the power of narrow focus and visualization techniques can significantly contribute to a successful journey toward meeting your objectives. Materialize your goals. Achieving significant goals demands thorough preparation, visualization of the steps involved, and accepting the possibility of making mistakes. Emphasize your course of action rather than the desired outcome, and embrace challenges that take you out of your comfort zone. By doing so, you will be equipped to overcome potential obstacles and ultimately succeed. Embarking on a journey to reach a significant goal is much like planning a vacation. Just as you wouldn't go on a trip without securing a visa, booking flights, and finding accommodation, preparing for your goal's journey is also crucial. To begin, materialize your goals by identifying the criteria or benchmarks that indicate success. Triple Olympic swimming champion Gary Hall Sr. serves as an exemplary model for materializing goals. By developing a concrete plan with his coach and visualizing daily targets, he gained a clear understanding of where he wanted to be. An essential aspect of materializing your goals lies in focusing on the process rather than the outcome. A study by UCLA psychologist Shelley E. Taylor demonstrates this, showing that college students who envisioned the steps they would take to study had better results than those who simply imagined attaining high grades. Equally important is embracing the potential of making mistakes along the way, as countless prominent companies have made strides to normalize failure within their corporate culture. Tata Group, an Indian multinational conglomerate, established the Dare to Try award to honor audacious attempts that didn't succeed. Over the first 5 years of the award, employee submissions increased more than 7-fold. Such recognition eliminates the stigma around making mistakes, encouraging employees to embrace innovation. As you accept that things might not always go as planned, you'll be more likely to step out of your comfort zone and be better prepared for potential obstacles. After materializing your goal with proper planning, visualization, and embracing imperfections, you can move forward with confidence and determination to achieve what you set out to accomplish. Accountability, key to success. Embracing accountability and tracking progress are pivotal in achieving goals. By objectively reviewing past performance, utilizing tools like MyFitnessPal or financial calculators, and visualizing milestones, the odds of success are significantly boosted. The idea that effort is crucial in achieving desired outcomes might bring to mind the well-known saying, "No pain, no gain." First popularized by Jane Fonda in the 1980s, this mantra emphasizes the importance of working through challenges to reach our goals. But, how can we ensure that we are putting in enough effort? Accountability plays a vital role in increasing the chances of realizing our ambitions. By routinely reviewing past progress and objectively assessing our performance, we can steer ourselves closer to our targets. Take, for example, Yale graduate Mike Lee, who wanted to shed some pounds before his beach wedding. He initially kept track of his daily food intake using a conventional logbook method. However, Lee viewed this approach as cumbersome and ineffective. As a result, he developed a web application for seamless calorie tracking, which ultimately evolved into MyFitnessPal, the widely used calorie counting app. Another powerful method for bolstering accountability is visualizing the steps that lead to specific goals. When faced with a daunting $14,000 debt, 25-year-old Carrie Smith Nicholson utilized an online payment plan calculator to better comprehend her savings and financial objectives. This tool not only provided insight into her past progress, but also helped map out a pathway towards her future achievements. By gaining this perspective, Nicholson was able to completely pay off her debt within 14 months, an impressive feat that many struggle to accomplish. Embracing accountability in our lives and utilizing modern tools to track and visualize progress will ultimately enhance our chances of success. Stay committed to the process, and watch transformative results unfold. Power of directed attention. Visible elements in our surroundings heavily influence our decision-making process, from items within our line of sight in supermarkets to choosing the right seat in important meetings. Intentional attention can help us stay focused on our goals and enable us to make better choices. Our environment, including the emotions evoked by people around us, plays a vital role in progress towards our objectives. Have you ever left a supermarket with unanticipated treats in hand? You're not alone. Supermarkets are known to strategically place chocolate bars and other temptations in plain sight at the checkout, as we often consider what's directly in front of us as crucial. Understanding where to direct our attention enables us to stay committed to our goals. Take U.S. senators and representatives as an example. Their primary concern, upon arriving at the Capitol on the first working day in January, is selecting a seat in the chamber. The most sought-after seats are those within the presiding officer's line of sight, as they decide who gets a chance to speak. Longest-serving U.S. Senator Orrin Hatch preferred a seat right behind the majority leader, acknowledging that being easily recognized can be the difference between winning and losing in critical situations. What we see influences our actions considerably. For instance, the sight of a phone lighting up with a text message when you're about to fall asleep makes you want to check it, regardless of your efforts to reduce phone usage. Walmart leverages this visual impact on customers, noting that overflowing shelves lead to increased profits due to impulsive purchases. To break this pattern, practice awareness and design your environment to encourage better choices. Along with tangible factors, emotions discerned from surrounding individuals also impact the pursuit of our goals. In the next part, we'll explore how reading emotions plays a role in our achievements. Decoding emotions for success. Shifting away from the belief that keeping high self-esteem is vital, this passage emphasizes the importance of perceiving others' emotions accurately, especially since it's closely connected to success and happiness. While detecting facial emotions might not always be a simple task, honing in on subtle indicators such as eye and lip movements can provide valuable insights. To make the most out of these skills, embracing a growth mindset proves crucial, as it allows for the prompt recognition and learning from mistakes, leading to continuous self-improvement. Although it's widely believed that high self-esteem boosts performance and accomplishment in people, scientific evidence suggests otherwise. Possessing a positive self-image doesn't necessarily equate to improved work quality or academic achievement in children. Furthermore, receiving undeserved praise can obstruct growth, tricking individuals into complacency instead of motivating them to improve. In contrast, the ability to accurately discern others' emotional expressions has a direct correlation with happiness and productivity. People skilled at interpreting facial emotions tend to fare better. However, this isn't always an easy task. For instance, happiness is recognized almost all the time, but other emotions like fear can often be confused with surprise. Similar confusion occurs between anger, sadness, and disgust. To accurately interpret emotions, paying attention to subtle cues in eye movements and lip positions is vital. Authentic smiles involve eye muscle contractions, while forced smiles involve cheek muscles pulling the lips into shape. Simultaneously, the difference between shock and fear mainly resides in the mouth, with surprise causing a more pronounced downward pull. To best utilize these insights, adopting psychologist Carol Dweck's concept of a growth mindset is essential. This mindset enables individuals to acknowledge their mistakes swiftly and view each new experience as an opportunity for improvement, subsequently cultivating a true desire for learning. Balancing focus for long-term goals. The phrase, "you only live once," YOLO, often encourages people to follow their impulses and live in the moment. However, when pursuing significant goals, it's essential to balance a narrow and broad focus. Narrow focus inspires you towards the end of your journey, while a broad focus motivates you better at the beginning. Understanding when to apply each kind of focus is crucial for achieving goals and determining when to let go of a dream. The popular saying, YOLO, suggests that living in the moment and throwing caution to the wind is the way to go. While this approach might bring excitement and spontaneity, it's not always suitable when working towards long-term objectives. It's essential to broaden your focus and make decisions that align with your future plans. Decisions made based on what captures our attention in the moment might have unintended consequences that don't mesh well with long-range goals. Take the example of impulse purchases. The author and her students tracked their spontaneous spending for 2 weeks and ended up spending way more than they initially estimated, with most purchases being unnecessary or unproductive. It may seem contradictory to discuss the benefits of a narrow focus in one breath and highlight broad focus in the next. However, both approaches are necessary to reach your desired goals. The trick is knowing when to apply each. A narrow focus can drive you towards the end of your journey, while a broad focus is often better suited at the beginning. For instance, seasoned athletes competing in multiple New York Road Runners races have different tactics depending on their position in the race. A majority narrowed their focus during the final half-mile, whereas at the beginning, over 80% of athletes widened their focus. In conclusion, embracing both a narrow and broad focus is essential in reaching your goals. Knowing when to apply each approach isn't just crucial for achieving goals, it's also essential in determining when to let go of a cherished dream. The power of redirection. Dreams and aspirations evolve over time. Letting go of a once cherished goal can provide a fresh path toward success. A broad focus enables the discovery of new talents and opportunities in unexpected areas, leading to reinvention and renewed passion. Growing up, you might have dreamt of pursuing a particular career, only to realize that it was not destined to be. Moving on from initial disappointments is essential in discovering realistic and achievable objectives. The secret to success is embracing the evolution of your goals rather than clinging stubbornly to outdated aspirations. A broad vision enables you to shed the old and make better-informed decisions. Consider the story of Steve Sims, who began as a bricklayer but aspired to be a stockbroker. After talking his way into a coveted position in Hong Kong, he was fired within 3 days. Accepting the setback, Sims became a nightclub doorman and eventually started organizing his own nightlife events. While still holding on to his finance dream, he naively believed his connections would help him re-enter the industry. However, the unexpected popularity of his events led him to launch Bluefish, an exclusive luxury concierge service. Today, he successfully orchestrates events fulfilling billionaires' wildest dreams. Similarly, the renowned fashion designer Vera Wang once aspired to be an Olympic figure skater. After failing to qualify for the 1968 Olympics, she explored different paths and discovered her true passion for fashion. By maintaining a broad focus, Wang channeled the same dedication she held for figure skating towards the world of fashion, leading to her well-deserved success. Life is full of twists and turns, and setbacks don't have to be perceived as failures. By maintaining a broad focus and embracing change, you can unlock new opportunities and explore alternate paths. This mindset allows for personal growth and success in ways never before imagined. Multitasking's hidden pitfalls. Though many jobs today demand multitasking skills, evidence shows that it can be detrimental to our long-term goals and impair judgment. A wide bracket mindset and selective multitasking may help strike a balance between productivity and cognitive overload. In today's fast-paced world, multitasking is highly sought after. Job openings frequently advertise the need for employees who can juggle multiple tasks at once. However, research indicates that multitasking can actually be harmful to our judgment and the achievement of long-term goals. A study by psychologists at Swarthmore College and UCLA revealed that multitasking dieters were more likely to regret their food choices. They consumed 40% more calories when multitasking compared to focusing on a singular task. This suggests that an overly present focus can lead to short-term gains while jeopardizing long-term objectives. To mitigate this issue, adopting a wide bracket mindset can be useful. This approach involves broadening your focus and considering factors beyond the immediate situation. By doing so, you'll be more likely to make decisions that align with your overall objectives. That being said, multitasking can be beneficial when it comes to managing low-level cognitive loads. A study by Dewas K.C., a professor of statistics, found that emergency room doctors discharged patients 25% faster when their patient load increased from 3 to 4, indicating that multitasking with a lower workload can boost performance due to the cognitive benefits of mild stress. However, this advantage has its limits. The study showed that as patient loads increased to 5 or 6, the mental cost of multitasking outpaced the benefits, resulting in longer hospital stays for patients. This highlights the importance of identifying the tipping point where multitasking becomes counterproductive. In conclusion, multitasking may be in high demand, but it's essential to approach it thoughtfully and strike a balance between productivity and cognitive overload. Embrace a wide bracket mindset and recognize the boundaries of multitasking to avoid being consumed by the present, preventing you from keeping a broader perspective that promotes long-term success.
The power of visualization is beautifully encapsulated in the book Clearer, Closer, Better by Emily Balcetis. It elaborates on the importance of maintaining a narrow focus when working towards long-term goals, visualizing the required course of action, and being accountable for your efforts. Broadening your focus when necessary helps you make better decisions, understand when to let go, and avoid getting trapped in multitasking. A successful person employs a combination of visualization strategies and is always aware of the appropriate tool to use in different scenarios. By embracing these insights, you can stay on track, pursue your goals diligently, and ultimately achieve success.